Hi everyone, I'm Jeya Maria Jose, and I'll be presenting the paper Fine Context Shadow Detection using shadow removal. So, shadow removal and shadow detection are two tasks in computer vision where in shadow detection, we predict a shadow binary mask from the input image. And in shadow removal, the task is to remove the shadow from the original image so as to get a restored image. So both of these tasks are correlated because both of them require information about the shadow region, be it either shadow removal or shadow detection. And in literature, there are multiple papers that deal with either shadow removal separately or shadow detection separately. So we observed that when we train a deep neural network for shadow removal, it also learns some features about about the shadow region. So we use these information to perform shadow removal. So in this figure, we can see these are some of the feature maps collected while training a unit for shadow removal. And we can see that like these feature maps actually detect the shadow region. So this is the overview of our proposed method where we feed in an input image with shadow, and we basically use a restoration network that actually learns useful shadow features, and we use that to learn complementary features that boosts the detection performance. So these are the main contributions. We propose a new network architecture that can efficiently detect shadow regions that are unclear, blurry, or small. And also we propose a new learning strategy called Restore to Detect that leverages the feature maps learned during shadow removal for shadow detection. With these two contributions, we are able to achieve improvements in performance across three different shadow detection datasets. So this is our fine context of our shadow detection network. Um, the main highlight of this network is that we have two individual branches, a coarse context detector branch and a fine context detector branch, where in the fine context detector branch, we actually make sure that the receptive field doesn't enlarge a lot so that it can get information about the fine shadow regions. And then both of these feature maps are then fused to get the final output. This is the overview of the restore to detect framework where we feed in a shadow image to the restoration network. And then like in the latent space of the unit that does restoration, we take those feature maps and feed them using a learning block to the original FCSD network, which does the detection. So these are the experiments and results where we get better performance over recent methods across three different datasets. And these are some of the qualitative results. We also conduct an ablation study where we start with the backbone next backbone, followed by adding the coarse context detector, the fine context detector, and then our proposed learning strategy and the complementary feature learning block. And we can see an improvement in terms of performance across all these additions. Thank you.